Well, it's time for Democrats to take the stage. Their national convention begins tomorrow to conclude later in the week with Vice President Kamala Harris accepting the nomination for President of the United States. Here's a live look at the United Center right now in Chicago, which basically becomes the epicenter of the political universe in a matter of hours. All the big players of the Democratic Party are fine-tuning their speeches tonight, whether they were in office or currently hold office. Here's a look at the lineup. President Biden, along with First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, kick off the festivities in Chicago tomorrow. Then on Tuesday, one of the Windy City's favorite sons, former President Barack Obama, addresses the convention. Wednesday, Vice Presidential nominee Tim Walz takes center stage, and then on Thursday, Vice President Kamala Harris officially accepts the nomination for President of the United States. But despite the pep rally type of atmosphere that's expected, some major protests are hoping to steal the show. Stephanie Bertini is here live right now with more on the plan to keep everyone safe. Hey, Stephanie.
Arthur, all eyes are on Chicago as security concerns are mounting and the fight for the White House intensifies daily.
As the Democratic National Convention is set to start in Chicago this week, security measures are in place due to planned protests over the war in Gaza. The Chicago mayor says his city is ready.
Our local police department has worked with the Secret Service as well as other local agencies to ensure a safe, peaceful, yet vibrant, exciting convention. The city of Chicago has been rated #1 as it relates to convention centers and how we make sure that we protect people while also providing an opportunity to see the beauty and the soul of who we are.
The Chicago mayor is on the list of speakers at the DNC this week, also expected to give an address. President Biden and the First Lady, among others, as VP Kamala Harris takes on former President Donald Trump in the race for the White House. Recent polls show more Americans tipping in favor of Democrats, different from when Biden was leading the fight for the White House in this election.
Well, I think the momentum is continuing to build, so I don't think we've reached even the top of where the momentum is going, and then we just need to roll on through to November. I think continuing to be consistent with her messaging will be a big part of it, but this is really going to be that big push for the next 80-plus days.
Trump, it seems, has a lead on the economy and immigration, and as he campaigns in swing states during the DNC, political analysts say he needs to control his personal comments about Harris.
Leading up to the DNC, Harris campaigning in Pennsylvania along with her VP pick, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Former President Trump scheduled to deliver remarks on the economy Monday in Pennsylvania. He'll speak Tuesday in Michigan and travel Wednesday to North Carolina. Arthur.
80-something days. Okay, thank you so much, Stephanie.